Welcome back. Trish Villines is with us. And,
Hi, Trish. Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Good, good. Now, you've got something, you brought something here. It's called the Building a Community of Care Conference.
It is.
And this is put on by...
Let's give people a little bit of background on who you are, where you work, and that type of thing first.
All right. Well, I am the Director of Development at Independent Living. And I know you guys are really familiar with our clients, but we serve individuals with developmental disabilities through in-home care services or a day center, or we have 2 group homes in Harrison. And our services are really broad, but that's a short, concise description. We have about 60 clients in Harrison, so we have we're pretty stable, and we have about 120 employees.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite
and
a bit.
the employees are kind of a good transition to what I want to talk about today.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Way to go.
This is our 3rd annual training conference for our employees, but it's not just for our employees. Any person in the state who's a caregiver has to have 12 continuing education credits a year. And we decided that it would be a really good contribution to our industry to offer a conference where caregivers could come and get a big bulk of their training hours. And it's 2 days at the Duran Center.
Wonderful.
So we get to show off that beautiful facility, to people from outside of the area, and our employees get to go to the conference and get trained. And it's just a really informative and enjoyable thing that we do. And this is our 3rd year. We partner with NAFE to do it, North Arkansas Partnership for Health Education. So the college is just a huge partner with us. They help us with the facility and lining up speakers, but it's a really good time. I mean, it's a lot of sitting in class, so some people are like, that doesn't sound very, very fun, but the topics that we have this year are really phenomenal.
Why don't you go over some of that, if you would?
Oh, sure. Walt Coleman is going to kick off the first day, and I'm very excited about it. He's actually a National Football League referee, and so his title is Turning Boos into Cheers. And I think that if you were a referee for the NFL
thinking something else completely,
or any sporting event, that you could probably imagine making those calls and getting booed. And it's going to be really positive and uplifting. But some of our more prominent issues in our industry include autism, fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, cyber safety. We partnered up with Harrison Schools and the police department, and Sergeant Nichols is going to come out and talk about cyber safety for our clients, because they are starting to all have access to the internet.
Right.
And sometimes they just need that coaching and that guidance that she can kind of help with the minors. I mean, she does that with the minors already. So she can coach and kind of give them that guidance on how to make smart decisions on the internet.
Very good
I think
idea.
that's really important.
You bet.
We also, we deal with, behaviors as far as our clients acting out, because they don't communicate. They can't just say, I'm upset. Sometimes they can't just say, I'm upset or I'm mad. So a lot of the topics are focused on, responding to the message of challenging behavior is actually one of them. And that helps, our caregivers learn how to approach someone when they are, having an issue.
Right.
And it's really important that, our caregivers listen to this. It makes them a better caregiver, which means ultimately our clients get better care, or any client who's being served.
Right.
And we're excited about the people we have lined up to come. I mean, we've had people calling from Jonesboro, Saline County, Russellville.
Good.
And we're starting to have some repeat offenders, I guess you could call them, but people that are like, I can't wait for next year. So we are proud for this year because we have some really great speakers lined up, and we've had a lot of interest. The college told me yesterday we already have 20 that are outside of independent living registered, and that's really good because we're 11 weeks out. We have 11 weeks. This brochure you guys are holding with the formal registration form hasn't gone out in the mail yet, so we're really pleased to have 20 people signed up.
And registration for 2 days, you have a price of $75. And if you just want to come one day, it's a $50 fee.
$50.
Okay, so that is an option to come one day.
And it's good because they actually wipe out almost all of their training for the year in one, one event. So
Now, you talk about CEUs, continuing education units. What group of people? You said caregivers. I mean, who does that include?
CNAs, certified nursing assistants, people who are personal care trained, anyone who's looking for credits from the Office of Long-Term Care. We are able to get these particular topics approved through them. And then also with the college being on board, we apply for the Arkansas Nurses Association credits. So nurses can come as well. We're going to, I think, see a lot of special education teachers coming this year because I made a mistake my first 2 years. The first year I scheduled it during the first week of benchmark testing. So the second year I moved it back a week and I scheduled it during the second week of benchmark testing. So I couldn't snatch up those teachers that are eager to, get more education on how to interact with their students who may have special needs. Okay. And $75 we think is really cheap. And we get brochures for trainings across the state and
And this is, and a lot of places charge that much for one day.
Yes.
So this is a 2-day session.
And we're hoping that people will come and see Harrison too, and see, our beautiful, amenities. They have the Hotel Seville right across the street if they walk over.
A couple of restaurants now in the square, so.
Yeah, we're just hoping that this will not only be, a contribution to our industry, but a contribution to our city and our community.
I wanted to point out that if 4 people participate, they get 25% off of that. So if you spend $75, you get 25% off if you bring 4 people with you. Okay, so that's a better thing too.
Now, how many CEUs did you say if you go for the whole
total of 11? If you go to
that's a big chunk.
Yeah. And it's also, we like that we've offered 2 sessions at each time slot, except for the keynote each morning. So you can kind of look and say, well, I have someone who I work with who has fetal alcohol spectrum, so I would rather go to that training over autism, So you at least get to kind of tailor it to what your particular situation may be, because every person that is getting that care is different.
Well, what a great thing you've
this is good.
thrown out there for caregivers and anybody, I guess. But specifically,
and I think that it just, like I said earlier, it essentially just goes back to offering better care for our clients, which is our ultimate goal.
Or how to deal with challenging situations. This is coming up April 24th and 25th at the Duran Center, and it starts at 8:30 and ends at 4 for those 2 days. And registration, if they can't get one of these in the mail, or how can they get one of these? Can they go online and print one out?
The college has one online.
Okay.
It's not exactly like that, but you can register right there online. And that website's listed on here. It's kind of long. But if you can call NAFI, which is 391-3367, and they can register you over the phone and bill you, or you can send a check or pay by credit card. And if they just want more information, then they can call me at 741-6909.
And you'll have this brochure available here at the office too. So if someone has a question or needs that website or something, they can talk to Judy and she'll give it to them.
Okay. Anything else today?
I don't think so.
We've covered most of it.
We're keeping pretty busy.
Yeah. All right. If you're in the healthcare field, or if you're wanting to check in on what most people that are in your situation have to have continuing education every year.
By their state.
And if you'd like to have 11 extra hours to get you towards your goal, then this might be the perfect way. Give Trish a call at 741-6909.
That's right.
Thanks so much for being here, Trish.
Thank you.
All right, let's go and we'll talk. We'll take our next break and we'll talk with Carolyn Gatlin from the Boone County
EHC.
Whatever that is.
She's going to tell us what that is.
All right, stay with us. Is that the extension homemaker?